Yo, Betting Nation. So, a lot of you have been asking questions, obviously, about these in play trades, these dirty each way races, each way steals, whatever you want to call them. Excuse me about my voice. I've just done a podcast and I've been shouting and screaming like I normally do, like a nutcase. Okay, so I've only got a couple of minutes to explain this to you because I've got to go and see my kid play football, and I just wanted to try and explain this in greater detail. I said on the podcast this Saturday morning that I would do something for you guys and show you exactly how it works. That was because last night I looked at the race and I thought there was some each way steals, but because of the way the markets have matured, there isn't actually any each way steals. However, I have got one where I can simply show you a rough idea how it works. So first of all, we go into the market. So here's Betfair. So Betfair, normal interface, and we just simply scan the market. So 4.7, 5.1, there's no each way steal there whatsoever. So we'll go to the next race, 4.8, no each way steal there, completely too high prices. 2.04, all of a sudden this looks more interesting, but what you need is you need the place. If there's a place terms of 3, like this race, so 3 get placed in this race, what you want really to see is either 2 or 3 well ahead of the field. So 2 or 3 ahead of the rest of the field. So you're looking really, that one to be even money, that one to be 3-1, that one to be 4-1, and the rest 16s or something like that. Then, the mathematics might not add up correctly there, but you know what I mean. So you're looking for 3 or 2 completely clear. I mean, it'd be absolutely perfect if it was a 1-4 shot and a 4-1 shot and the rest of them are 20-1. That would be absolutely perfect because then we know there's 3 places. 2 of them are by far and away ahead of the field in terms of prices, and we know 4-1, there's 100% book there, 1-4, 4-1, and the rest of them make up the bookmakers' profits. And so therefore, we would know that there is an each way steal there because 4-1, obviously, if you check the place markets, would be an each way steal. Anyway, so I have got a better explanation than that, guys, I promise. So next race, no, nothing there. Although, look, I love to see this here, but there's 3 places and there's 4 horses vying. In a price terms, a probability, there's 4 horses there vying for 3 places. What we want is 3 horses vying for 3 places in the probability. Now, I'm not saying that obviously a 20-1 shot can't come into place. Obviously, it can do, but 20-1 shot can win. But I'm talking about mathematics and probability from a probability point of view. So here, the probability is that these 4 will be in the place market. But we've got a better explanation coming up as well. There's nothing in there, Group 1 race. Although, again, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 horses that are looking to get in the frame from a probability. But it's still nowhere near good enough. It's still not an each-way steal. It's still not a real each-way steal. Some people try to force it. And you need, again, it's all about discipline. You don't have to force it because the odds are in your favour. You will win over a period of time. So don't force it, Betting Nation. I know loads of my friends who do these bets and end up losing purely because they try to see something that's not there. And all we do is we use mathematics to guide us. It's as simple as that. We just use mathematics and facts. That's all I'm interested in. Mathematics and facts. I'm not interested in the form. I'm not interested in my opinion. I'm not interested in your opinion. I'm not interested in anybody's opinion, and least of all my own, because it's got to be driven by mathematics. So here it is here. So this one here, don't get me wrong, it's not an each way steal. I wouldn't recommend anybody to do it, but it gives you an idea. So there's 2 places, quarterly odds. So what we're looking at here is we've got the favourite at 1.39. We've got the second favourite, a little bit of a gap. So the chances are that this horse is going to finish second. Well, the probability says it won't finish second, but hopefully you're getting my point. I will find a better video for you guys to explain it. So what we look for here, so we've earmarked this race. I've started it. I put it in my markets there. It's the only one of the day that I've earmarked as a potential. Again, it's so hard at this time at the Curragh because the market hasn't matured yet as well. You've also got to be careful because look, there's a £3 stake, a £16 stake. So it wouldn't take an awful lot of money to completely skew this market completely on its head. And look, there's nothing there. So again, Betting Nation, that's another tip. Make sure there's liquidity there before you start doing these each way steals, because don't take it for absolutely granted it's an each way steal when the liquidity is so poor, because it can soon change within a couple of big bets, a couple of medium-sized bets. Hell, a £50 bet can change you. So just be careful. Wait for the markets to mature, especially in Ireland. The markets mature later on in the exchanges in Ireland than they do in England. So what we're looking for here, and so the price have just changed as we look for it. So basically, we're saying it's 7.6. So it's 6.6 to 1, 13 to 2. It is Gold Rush. I'll tell you what, I want to try and get the place market. Oh, we can see the place market then. Oh, stupid. Okay, right. So what I've done is I fired up oddschecker, oddschecker.co.uk or oddschecker.com, and we can see that yes, we can get 13 to 2. So does that represent value? So all we've got to look for here is we look quite simply 13 to 2. I thought it was let's say 6 to, let's say for argument's sake 6 to 1. So we know it's 6 to 4 for a place. 6 to 4 on the exchanges is 2.5. So if we can get, if it's smaller on the exchanges for a place, 2.34, then we know it's value. We know it's a value bet. Sometimes it's going to be more. You can pair these as well. I often pair my selections if there's 2 in a race, 2 each way steals. I often pair them. I don't mind pairing them as long as I'm getting value. I don't mind. Obviously, if you're doing singles, that's great. But if you're doing doubles and trebles and fourfolds, you're getting the compound effect on the value. So you're getting the value, but it's compounded by the doubles and trebles and fourfolds. That's what I'm really interested in. I'm not really too bothered about the singles. In fact, I used to have a rule that I would only go down to bookmakers and waste my time, and actually spend my time going around different shops if there was more than one, if it was doubles and trebles, because it just isn't worth my time on singles, because my time is worth money, your time is worth money, and it just depends on how much monetary value you put on your time, basically. So here we know that Gold Rush is 2.34 for a place, but we know at the bookmakers we can get 2.5 for a place at least, because it's 13 to 2. But for argument's sake, 6 to 4, 6 to 1, quarter the odds, 6 to 4, 2.5. So we can get 2.34. So we know we're getting 0.16 of a value. However, what I normally like to see at least 0.2 value. And don't forget, this is just what somebody's offering. It's not what somebody's taking or asking for. Somebody's asking for 2.5. So there is a smidgen of value here, Betting Nation. This is why I chose this race to explain it to you guys. There's a smidgen of value. It's not massive, but it's still there a little bit. So Betting Nation, hopefully this explains it a little bit better. I know that you guys are really, really interested in this, and why wouldn't you be? Because it is a surefire way. I'm not marketing anything, I'm not selling anything, I'm just telling you guys that it's 100% a way you can make money from bookmakers by doing each way steals. Now, don't get me wrong, you've got to do this craftily, because your accounts will get closed fairly quickly. If you're just betting these or betting these quite regular, then your accounts will get restricted and I'll tell you what, we'll try to have a bet. I'll show you exactly me trying to have a bet. So it's in a 4:45 race, just to prove to you guys I'm not smoking mirrors. I'm telling you that I can't actually get on. This is Betfair Sportsbook. So we're going, I use a spot, there we go. I use a sportsbook in so long because I can't have a single pound on anything. And I'll show you that. I'll prove that to you guys as well. Not that you don't believe me anyway, but I just like to prove it. So was it 4:45 on it? 4:45 Curra. You watch it. Let me have one on now. 13 to 2, take the price. We'll click each way. And we will go for I have no idea. Right, so let's just go for £10. £10 each way, place bet. And you'll see here, maximum bet 0. It won't let me have a bet. And it's not because I haven't got money in my account. I have got your stake size, it seems your maximum limit. Try the exchange to place your bets. So it will only let me put money on the exchanges, which is great. Well, it's not great. I would much rather have. And don't forget, you can get best odds guaranteed as well for most bookmakers. Make sure you get best odds guaranteed. I'll try and show to you guys that I've actually got money in my account. Remove all. I ain't been on this for so long, I don't know how to prove it to you. Anyway, I'll show you on my Betfair exchange, right? Just so you know that it's not just each way steals, I can't have a bet on anything. Here we go, £10. Nothing, 0. Let's try a pound. Will Betfair let me have a pound on? No, try the exchange. So basically, Betfair, that's just like social proof for you guys to show that what I'm telling you, what I'm teaching you, I can't earn money from it because I can't do it myself. The only thing I can do is go around hundreds of different bookmakers and try to put £20 each way or whatever it is. But again, it's just so much time consuming. It's just not worth my time. And I want to show you guys that I have got money in the exchange. I've only got 400 quid in at the minute because it's end of football season. I don't really do that much betting, so there's no real point. Exchange, £471. So yeah, it will let me have a bet, but obviously I can't have a bet on the exchange because it will let me there. Betting Nation, I've gabbled on. It was only supposed to be a couple of minutes show and tell. Hopefully this explains it a little bit. I know. I've got some. I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses. One of my weaknesses is definitely teaching. I'm a terrible teacher. I'm terrible at work in my storage facility. I don't teach anybody because I can't teach. And here I am trying to teach you guys how to bet, and it's tough. I just can't find the words to explain things. But hopefully you get the little bit of gist and point I've tried to show you here. And when I get I'll keep checking the markets daily, and as soon as I get an each way steal race, I will show you, and I'll do a proper video and exactly why it's worth it and how it's worth it. And yeah, hopefully this explained it in a little bit of detail more than I did on the podcast. Betting Nation, thank you so much for joining me. Whatever you're doing today, have an awesome day, and we will speak soon. Bye.